Lifestyle Kitchen. I'm Barbara Lorraine, and I make healthy, happy meals. Meals that feed your body and fuel your spirit. Today, I'm going to make my famous 3-bean chili. I make a double batch of this because I love to have it on hand. It's great to put in the freezer. It'll keep for months. It's a great dish to make a bunch of while you're at it. So the size cans that you see me using, if you want to make a smaller amount, just cut everything in half. So I'm using the big can of tomatoes, a big can of red kidney beans, 2 cans of white beans. Now it just happens that, 2 cans of pinto beans. I have already drained most of the juice out of these cans. I left the juice in with the tomatoes. When it comes to the white beans, you can use any kind of white bean. I'm using Great Northern and cannellini. I actually prefer to use the small white beans, but I can't always find them in this store, so I'll use any white bean. It's already looking pretty good in this pot. Then I'm adding tomato sauce, 2 tablespoons usually. I'm adding 4. A cup of, I'm using here red bell pepper. You could certainly use green bell pepper. Usually I use green, but sometimes the produce in the store says, buy me! So I do. A cup of carrots. On the tomato paste, it's real easy to put tomato paste into an ice cube tray, and then you have about the right size portion for adding to your add to your dishes. You need a whole can of tomato paste, so I break it down into smaller serving sizes. I'm using about 3 cups of onion in here. Wow, I'm going to have just enough room to put the top on this pot. This is one full pot of chili. Garlic. I've got about 5-6 cloves of garlic in here, and they were good-sized ones too. You know, I know that in general, people don't like recipes that have a lot of ingredients. This one has a variety of different spices. You don't have to add all of them, but I'll tell you, this is knock your socks off chili because of all of the different ingredients. We've got molasses. I'm using 4 tablespoons because I'm doing a double batch. And you don't have to be real picky on how you're measuring here. Honey, same thing, about 4 tablespoons. I love my little honey bear. You know, life is short. I think you ought to have your humor and your fun in simple, easy ways whenever you can. They sell it in a little bear. I buy it in a little bear. I think it's just cute and sweet. Cumin, I'm going to use about a tablespoon of cumin. Cumin is a great spice. When you're cooking, take a moment to stop and smell the spices. Ooh, I kind of overdid it on the cayenne. But when it comes to Barbara, you can't overdo it on the cayenne. I'm using about a half a teaspoon of each of these other spices: basil, oregano, sage. Oh, each of them wonderful in its own right. And you know how it's fun, sweet paprika? You know how it's fun to go into a candle shop or a shop where they sell lotions and you smell all the different kinds? When you cook this dish with all of its various ingredients, it's like a trip in the world where it's like a little vacation. It's like a little outing where you get to smell all of these great, fragrant spices. The last ingredient is prepared salsa. and I'm using about 6 ounces. That's it. Doesn't that chili look great? It's my favorite 3-bean chili. You just turn it on. Turn it on high if you want it to be done in about 4 hours. Turn it on low if you want it to be done in 8 to 10 hours. You choose whatever fits into your lifestyle. The point is, you're good to go now with a great, healthy, happy dish.